Hey guys, a slightly shorter intro today, but yeah. And I'm also doing this re-narration thing since the audio quality last time I narrated this about 3 weeks ago wasn't too good. So this battle was an incredibly good battle, one of the best of the 12 so far. 12 seems very few now, since I've actually battled about 23. Not all narrated, of course, but I'm getting there. Anyway, I leave off with one of the best Pokemon in existence. A Farfetch'd. Yes, a Farfetch'd. What can I say about it? Great stats, great move pool, great typing, great ability. Everything you could have is not in a Farfetch'd. But, surprisingly, he does do a great deal to this battle. Firstly, he uses Yawn and Protect, sleeping the Dragonite. So that's the flying type of Generation 1 against the flying type of Generation 1-2. But a Farfetch via Dragonite, and Farfetch comes on top there. This will also predicted a switch, or even if he didn't switch, it allows me to Agility, and then Baton Pass. My set went perfectly, and that's why I created it like that. And I passed it off to my Flareon, knowing that it could easily take an Ice Beam, and he's not going to go for the Earthquake since Farfetch is a flying type. Earthquake would do jack all. So the Fire Blast takes out the Nidoking in one hit, and Flareon is also a very good Pokemon indeed. It has good special attack, good special defense, great attack. Okay, not the best move pool, but not the worst either. And it is one of the original EV evolutions, which automatically makes it phenomenal. Anyway, he goes for the Thunder Wave here, just crippling my Flareon after the agility boost. But it's already taken out a guy, so it's had its use. Okay, he's on -1, but he's got a guy asleep. I've still got a Farfetch'd on 1 HP and a half health Flareon, but he has a half health Mesprit. So about even at the moment, and considering he's using overused guys, well, overused, UUs, and NUs, and so far I've just used never used, I'm doing pretty well. And that Fire Blast miss was probably beneficial to me in the end, as now he thinks he is faster even after a curse due to the paralysis. The paralyze halves your speed. But the agility, though it doesn't cancel it out because it's also halved, so I'm on half +1 instead of a normal +2 for agility, he still thinks he's faster. But after one curse, or after he's on -1 speed, I am actually faster, and he doesn't know that. So if the first Fire Blast missed, he would have probably, first Fire Blast hit, he would have probably taken me out with a Poison Jab or an Earthquake, or moves of that effect. Fortunately for me, I don't get paralyzed even on this turn after the Black Sludge recovery. And I'm able to finish it off with another Fire Blast, and I don't miss either. So, great start in general. So, I've taken out his mark basically for free. Okay, I got a bit of Life Orb damage, but that's about it. Anyway, so Farfetch has done great already in this battle, and yeah, that's about it. He goes into the Suicune here, and I don't really care if my Flareon dies anymore or faints, because it's done its job. He predicts a switch, but I get the paralysis. I just wanted my Flareon to die, just didn't want the Suicune. Sorry. Had a drink, so that's why, but sorry, that was rather rude, in fact. Yeah. I get paralyzed twice, which mattered severely, but I didn't get paralyzed before, so it evens itself out. I go for the Frustration, so that's a non-boosted, excluding Life Orb, Frustration, so non-stab, base 102 power, and it does over half to this Dragonite. That's a phenomenal amount, like, a huge amount. If I didn't get paralyzed, it would have been a knockout. And due to this, he's less than a quarter of his hit points, so he can't switch out, or if I set up the Stealth Rock, he couldn't switch out. Unfortunately, I don't get the chance. So I switch to another Generation 1 flying type, a Fearow, and just go straight for the quick attack, knowing he could go for the extreme speed and take out his Dragonite. It is banded, and Fearow has decent attack, stab, so it's about base 90 power after the choice band, and it's got decent attack. So switching to Farfetch'd here, just for death fodder. It's already done its job. It slept a guy, which allowed me to do lots of damage to the Dragonite, allowed me to take it out, and it set up the agility for the Flareon, allowing it to take out pretty much 2.5 guys. The Mesprit gets a bit more leftovers, and here I switch into the Fearow again, since I am banded, and U-turn is a great move. It's one of the best moves in 4th and 5th generation, in fact, because it allows you to get damage on, allows you to scout for any possible counter to the thing you've sent in, allows you to get super effective damage on dark types, psychic types like this Mesprit, grass types too. So great move in general. I go into the Flygon here, I just go for the U-turn again. So that's a double U-turn, banded one and a non-banded one, but Flygon's one does similar damage. But it is adamant and choice scarfed instead, since you should always carry a choice scarf Pokemon just in case they carry one which is faster, such as a Heatran or something like that. So he only has 2 guys left. And I switch into Floatzel here, knowing he will switch into the Suicune. I actually misclick here the Surf. That just may be an excuse, but recalling I probably did. And it does a decent amount, really, considering it's not very effective. Floatzel doesn't have the best special attack. So I just switch out here into the Flygon after the leftovers, getting a bit ahead of myself. I switch out straight into the Flygon. He goes for the Calm Mind yet again, and gets a bit more leftovers recovery. And Floatzel isn't bad either. It's got good speed, good attack. I don't know why it's underused, but I just guess people haven't seen its potential. Okay, it doesn't have the best move pool, but it's not the worst either. So go for the Outrage here, and it does surprisingly little amount, as much as that not very effective Surf did. But obviously the Suicune is defensively bulky, as most are defensively bulky, with max defense, max HP, Calm Mind to boost their special attack and special defense, and then fire off Surfs and Ice Beams. So here I wanted to see if he had the Ice Beam or the Surf, since I have the appropriate counter. If he had the Ice Beam or Hidden Power Electric. If he didn't have the Ice Beam, I could have taken the Surf and taken it out with another Outrage. And the second Outrage does a lot more damage than the first one. And if he didn't have the Hidden Power, if he did have the Ice Beam but not the Hidden Power Electric, I could switch it to Feraligatr, which is exactly what I do. If he got similar damage again, I could have probably taken it out, but he does survive on very, very low hit points, and unfortunately my Feraligatr dies. Should have probably gone for the Swords Dance Burst, and then maybe done a bit more. It could have done equal damage, but if I got max damage, I'd be able to sweep easier. But it doesn't make a difference, really. After a couple of hits, it takes out 2 of my guys as Suicune, but that's what Suicune does. So I go for the U-turn, takes it out. The Stone Edge misses here. It probably wasn't too important, but because I probably could have taken one and taken it out with a Surf anyway. And it would have definitely taken my Fearow, but that's irrelevant now. So, hope you enjoyed the battle. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.